and welcome to the Game of Beans. I'm AlphaXX, and today I'm going to be doing a guide to Defilemancer for the Mage class. It is currently the best DPS spec, not for all occasions I would say, but it is the best DPS spec. There are two ways of doing this spec, a rotation that I sometimes use, or the best way is to go off the dots as soon as they fall off, and in a priority system. So you have two ways to choose. All good. Currently I use the Kuru's alert system add-on. This can come very handy indeed. I recommend using it, and the link for it will be in the description below. And also, if you don't like my video guide to it, I have done a written guide for this, which is on our website, which will also be in the description below. Okay, so for starters, I would say, just before I start, I will be doing a video on how to set up the Kuru alert system after this video is up, so watch out for that if you don't know how to set it up. Okay, so there are two different ways, as I said, rotation and doing it the hard way, which is the most DPS. Rotation, I'll start with that first. It is pretty easy, this rotation, and you can also use it for your 3630 spec as well, even though that's much easier than this. You will need your Nyx's Warlock's crystal for this spec, and you will need 28 in Pyromancer, 38 in Lock. You can change your points around, so you can have 2 out of the 4% maximum mana, put one into Nadra's Essence or Shadow Life for buffs or cooldowns every 3 minutes, so if you're shitting yourself you can use it, but it doesn't really matter. You can choose put the 2 extra points wherever you're else, but all these need to be like this. The link to that will be in the description below as well. So to start off with, on the rotation, you're going to need to start off with Sacrifice Life for damage. This ability got buffed not long ago, and it now lasts for 15 seconds and has a cooldown of 30 seconds. So this is by far the best ability to use with this. Obviously before you had to stay with your charge and put it on and off and all that kind of stuff, but now it's easier than it was before. So how do we start it off? We start with Sacrifice Life for damage, and then we go for Fireball. In my macro here I have Flame Bolt and Fireball, and Countdown and Serum Vitality. And I meant Flame Bolt a second ago, not Fireball. Derp. Anyway, so you start off with Sacrifice Life for damage, so you get the damage, 20% more damage to start off with, and then you use Flame Bolt to get the extra 10% more damage. After that you'll want to use your Countdown macro, use that twice because it has Serum Vitality in it, and they're both 8 seconds. Because they're both 8 seconds, and Defile and Dark Touch are 16 seconds, and so is Life Leech, it's easy to do a rotation now than it was before, when they were 10 seconds, 8 seconds and 16 seconds long, and 12. So it kind of makes it all together for one big rotation. So to start off with, you want to use Sacrifice Life damage, Flame Bolt, use C2 in the cooldown, and then you use Life Leech, Defile and Dark Touch. Then you want to spam your Flame Bolt macro until you get until you have to. So how does it go again? So you start off with Sacrifice Life for damage to start off with 20%, then you use Flame Bolt for an extra 10%, then you use your Countdown macro twice, use Life Leech, Defile and Dark Touch. After you've done that, you want to spam the Fireball macro until Countdown comes off cooldown. As soon as Countdown comes off cooldown, use it twice again, or you can use it so when Countdown is about to come off cooldown you can use it twice to use Serum Vitality first. It's up to you. I normally do Serum Vitality first and then Countdown, so I make sure that it all stays in as one. After that you want to keep on spamming Fireball until Life Leech is about to come off. I would suggest using Void Bolt every 8 seconds, but if you want to do the max, make sure you do it when life leech is about to fall off. So that's the start, that's how you start, really easy. But after that, it's pretty much, once you've got life leech up and running after the starter, there is pretty much one simple rotation. All you do is use countdown twice, so countdown to fatality, use defile dot touch, and spam fireball macro. And then when countdown's about to come off cooldown, use it twice, spam fireball macro, and that's pretty much it. Obviously it's not all of it, because there's obviously a lot more to it. So what more to it is void bolt to refresh life leech. You must use this. You can, like I said before, you can use it every 8 seconds, or you can use it as late as possible to mean the max DPS. On opportunity, you want to use Cinder Burst, and if you have the flame bolt up where you can spam it more than once, and you get an opportunity, make sure you use fireball. Never use opportunity for void bolt, it's a DPS loss, so never do that. So how do we fit in sacrifice life damage in and initialize charge? Well, you want to use, I use sacrifice life damage after I've used all the 4 dots. Use it, and then you've got fireball, spam your fireballs to get more fireball damage, and then you use it for countdown, same vitality, and still spamming it while you got fireball. After that, you want to use initialize charge to put on your 4 buffs again, or your 4 debuffs, and then you take initialize charge off and spam fireball. Put your initialize charge back on again to spam, to put the countdown and same vitality on, and then you take initialize charge off and spam fireball macro again. All this will be on the screen, so don't worry if you're a bit OT if you can't track all this fast. There's also, look at the guide below that I've linked, that I've done. Much easier step-by-step guide on how to do it. Very handy indeed. So I will do a little demonstration on how to do it really. So you want to put your dots on. If you get Cinder Burst, I would suggest using it there at the start, so it's much easier. So I'm using Void Life here soon, so it's all good. I kind of like mess up my dots quite a lot, which is not too bad, but it's not a massive DPS loss as it could be. So as you can see here, I now have sacrifice life after damage off cooldown. I could use it. I'm going to use initialize charge for my dots, and then use sacrifice damage for after to get my stuff up. So you want to use your sacrifice life damage, the ice charge, sorry, to use your, and so that's pretty much it for the rotation. Much better description in the link in my guide below. I'll revise using that. So the other different way is to do off your cooldown. Oh no, off the dots when they run out. This is by far the best DPS way to do it. It's really hard, you need lots of practice. I would advise coming down to dummies very often, try it out. So how do you do it? Basically, this is where the courier alert system comes in very handy. You can still start off the same by using how I showed you before, or in the description below. But after that, all you really need to do is look out for when the dots come off cooldown, and you want to take it off straight away. So if you get more than one come off thing, you want to use the priority system. So priority system, that will be on the screen now, to maximise your DPS. If you get, I would advise to use them together. So if you get the countdown, same vitality, coming together with Dark Touch and Defile, I would advise use Defile and Dark Touch first, and then countdown, same vitality, and keep them as pairs still, because it comes in a lot easier to do.
if you keep them as pairs, and then it is to do them all separately. So that's how I suggest to do that. Only way to really try and do this maximum way is to try it out yourself. It's really hard to do, but once you get it, it's good. You can do really good DPS. Tips and tricks. Tip: you always, if you ever see that you drop down on count on the flame bolt, so you don't have the 10% buff anymore, you make sure you keep it up, because it is such a DPS increase if on your dots. Definitely if you do have it up on your dots. Oh, got stuck in the wall there. Anyway, there are also other tips and tricks. When you're casting, for example, flame bolt, fireball, or you're casting void bolt, if you're thinking, oh, I want 10%, 20% more DPS on that, or damage, sorry, you can do this, cast it, and like that, but that's a lot of charge gone. So a tip for doing this is that you cast your ability, and as soon as you cast it, put on instantized charge and take it off as soon as it hits. But once you've done that, it only counts when it's been hit the boss or whatever you're doing. So all you have to do is cast it, put on IC, and then take it off. As soon as it hits, it's had 20% on. So that means you can turn it on and off. Really hard to do this, but this way you would have 20% more DPS or damage on void bolt, fireball. Really hard to toggle on and off, but if you got that sorted, a very much DPS increase. So sorry for this slowly rushed guide on how to do it on here. Better guide below. Make sure you check it out. Very good. It's not fully done. Well, it is kind of fully done, but not fully set out right, and there might be some links and copy and paste issues, but that's currently a problem with our site. So make sure you check this out, and make sure, if you don't know how to set up Kura's alert system, check that out. It's just coming in a video soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck on your DPS. Goodbye.